Working for Austin City Limits was the best gig I ever had. I mean, how lucky can you be? I remember eating lunch at my desk, and I'd go through one door, and there'd be Willie Nelson down there, rehearsing. I mean, who gets to do that?
I don't know who did that neon. Wasn't me. How old is that?
Augie Kimmel did that.
That.
Oh, the neon, I don't know. That's fairly new. I'm Frank Roberts. Up until last February, I was an engineer here at KLRU, Austin PBS. I was here for 31 years. I was hired full-time here in '93 and kind of worked as needed here for 4 or 5 years before that. Here it is. Whoa!
Oh, surprise, surprise.
It has seen better days. Look at the wooden pegs, the standoffs.
My name is Ben Livingston. Ever since 1984, I've had a neon shop called the Ben Neon Company. And somehow, after I started my business, I ended up here and I cut a deal with them. And I said, listen, if you let me do a neon set for this show, I'll earn my keep. This is all original, this is original, this star is original, this is new.
That neon sign actually was here before I was. It's probably the oldest artifact I've ever seen from the show.
My name is Liz Antaranian. I am responsible for the preservation, access, and retrieval of primary source materials related to both Austin PBS and Austin City Limits. This is the actual pilot episode of Austin City Limits. By the time we came into season 6, we were kind of looking for a little bit more of a rebrand. So the neon sign was specifically created to really evoke that honky-tonk feel. The sign was incorporated into the show's open. So we start with a group of people dancing, and then it starts to zoom in to the sign itself, and then the show begins.
Recorded live from Austin, Texas, it's Austin City Limits. Presenting the king of Southern fried country music with country's instrumental group of the year.
Good evening. I wonder would you welcome from Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
One could say that it was the curtain raiser for season 6 of Austin City Limits.
So this is how you tell if something works or not. So you can just put this, so this is a good sign. So this, no pun intended. So this is mercury and argon, this tube right here. This is white, this is the same gases and mercury. Can you smell the ozone?
I think it was in Bill Arhos's office behind a filing cabinet at one time, and I asked him about that. And he said it was an artifact from the 70s. He'd pulled it out before it got to the dumpster, and it just sat there forever. And the last time I actually saw it, I was at the Texas History Museum, the Bob Bullock Museum. It's awfully dim.
It is pretty dim, but I think if it's working at all. Now it's just down to whether the transformer works or not. That star was, or some piece of it was broken. I'm just kind of trying to put this back together.
That's been a long time.
I was so involved with this, with the studio at that point that I don't know why they wouldn't have said, can you just fix this thing?
One hand in your pocket,
Okay,
dude.
here we go. We're going to plug it in for the big reveal. Hey, after all these years, look at that.
What a green, white, and red.
Wow.
It's Italian.
Here's a piece of history right there.
Yeah, you might want to let it run a while. Because I think they said it was not
it's in great
continually
shape.
running.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with it. This is going to have to absorb a little mercury, but
Yeah, it's going to have to warm up.
It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Look at that.
I bet that's the first time that's been lit up in 40 years.
You think?
Yeah.
The historical significance of this sign is really indicative of changes. And so the season 6 sign was a little bit more of that experiment of what happens if we change just a little something. It didn't work out, which is fine because we went back to the original logo.
There was always a question as whether we would get funded from year to year. I mean, I came here in season 13, full-time in 18, and there was some question as to whether we'd make it to 20. And it was by the skin of our teeth. But after a while, it kind of became a really big thing. yeah, it was. I realized that I got the job of my life.